Thunder, like you've seen it a million times.
Good morning and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm David Steele and here's me truck. And today we're going to explore parts of California, some of the new parts of the map that regrettably I haven't yet explored. And part of the reason for that is we had the Nebraska map was released right about the same time we got the update to the game that brought some of the revisions to California. So today I'm going to arrive and drive at a business I haven't visited yet, and we're going to see if we can do a trip. I'm using a Kenworth Kenworth K100 even. Let's go ahead and get the engine started. There we go. And because this is California, this truck has been thoroughly modernized, although it looks like it could do with a bit of tender loving care. Yeah, we may have driven this across from Nebraska over the Friday and the weekend. It's Monday morning, and it's potentially seen better days, shall we say. So the air pressure's a little low right now. Under the hood, well, like I say, we've modernized it. We've got a Cummins X12 efficiency paired up with an Eaton Endurant HD. Now the X12 efficiency, that is the 12 litre, well 11.8, 11.9 litre engine. It's a modern engine. This is a 2017 specification engine, but it's compliant with California. This particular version, 455 horsepower, so it's pretty stout. 1700 foot-pounds of torque. It's the highest rated efficiency X12 of the range. The transmission is the Endurant HD. That's a 12-speed automated. It's built from the ground up to be automated as opposed to the 10 and 13 and 18 speed ultra shifts. It has a 2.85 final drive, so it is kind of tall. It kind of corresponds or goes along with the X12 sort of mindset here. So it's going to be a very different performing truck compared to what this beast was originally, which was the NH400, I believe. That's the 14 litre 400 horsepower vintage engine from many years ago, from the late 1960s. Let's see, we've got just over half a tank. I don't intend on getting any more fuel. It would be nice in a way if I could buy fuel outside of California, because it's expensive in California, but I don't think I'll be doing that today. Just up the road here on the right is a farm that I have yet to explore. I stopped at this truck stop last night. It's like we haven't got a stop sign here, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Let's see, well, I think it's about 6. Yeah, it's just coming up to 6 a.m. So the sun has yet to poke its head over California, but it will be soon. Now the X12, it's an interesting engine because I think only one manufacturer, possibly two, has really adopted it, and that's the Western Star, where it's used for some of the vocational uses. I think the Mack Anthem can have, possibly it's the natural gas version of the X12. That might be the ISX12, ISX12N, but it's not really seen that much favour with the American truckers. And I mean, I get it. It's a 12 litre as opposed to a 15 litre, and it may well be that because the X15's available, truckers are like, nah, I don't want an X12. You know, whereas if you go to the Mack Anthem, say, you've got a MP7, which is the 11 litre, And the MP8, which is a 13 litre, there is no 15 or 16 litre engine. Anyway, here's the farm. It's still a little dark to be exploring, but let's go see what they've got. Alright. These are possibly longer trips. So Ox, no, that's not a bad run. It's through a part of the map that the southern end, which I've seen. The bit I want to really look at is kind of Fresno, Modesto even area, and Stockton. This area here, I've not explored that much. This is a little far to go for a day trip, but let's see what World of Trucks trips are available. Hey! I never get bored of that. So we got a fruit juice to Stockton, spreader to Santa Cruz, and some hay to Modesto. I think I might do the hay to Modesto trip. It's a light cargo. That's not an issue. We are in a 4x2 today, and we've got plenty of power, plenty of torque. I think we'll go with this.
Let's do this.
Okay, so looks like it's just up ahead. Got the crew here already packing, I guess, fruits. I wonder if I can. Yeah, I'm actually going to go to the left and go round the back of this farm. So I want to take a look. I really enjoy some of the work that SCS have done to the game. Well, I actually enjoy most of the work that they've done to the game. So anything I don't like, I can't think of anything. Well, okay. Beyond some of the performance issues that I've experienced with 1.50. But the more I've played around with this, the more I'm beginning to realize that it's a growing pain, I think. I could whine about it. I can adjust my settings, and that's what I've done, and it's more or less to help things. Yeah, look at the solar panels here on the building. This is a new design building. Turn right down here. Actually, that kind of helps to sort of tuck in near the trailer. So I'm using the transmission today in automated mode as it was designed. I can override, do the shift hint up, shift hint down, and that might be useful. The truck cruises at 1000 RPM at 55, but it will do that. It will cruise at 55 in top gear. You have to encourage it sometimes. Go ahead and do this. Windows down. Yeah, you sometimes have to encourage it to shift up. I think I need a little bit more separation. Yeah, I need to be a little further away, I think. You know what? Go ahead and turn off the lights. Looks like there's someone in a rocking chair there. But I don't particularly want to dazzle the whole household. Lighting it up. Okay, not bad. I'll drop the ride height once I get a little closer. This is an uneven road surface. Don't really want to ground anything. Okay, I think that's probably close enough. Dropping the ride height now. Okay. There we go. Got it. Alright, parking brake on. Let's get my ride height back to normal, and let's lock the trailer in place. Quick check of it. Yeah, alright. Okay, well, I've got my hay, so let's go ahead and make a move. Now, I guess I'm going to have to go back the way I came, because I probably... I've got quite a tight turning circle in this truck, but I'm going to go the way that I came. I could actually go left here to keep this building to my left. Yeah, I've got a bit of access here. Alright, let's do that. lights on in just a second. Like so. That's much better. Windows up. Yeah, so they've got farm trucks. That looks like a fuel bowser there. Some other, they look like Macars maybe, or the slightly newer generation Macar than the one that most people will enjoy in the game, which is Harpen's Macar. Okay, why am I indicating? There's nothing around me. I do with taking my time because I want to sort of be driving when the sun comes up, but just this is beautiful. So sort of sunrise or the pre-dawn lighting. Yeah, that is really something. Right, looks like we're on our way. So doesn't look like it's cross country. I'm gonna, when I get to the top here, before I turn right, I'm gonna check the map, see if there's any routes that we can take that might be a little more interesting. So let's go ahead and stop here. Park brake on. Let's check the map. Right, what have we got? Nope. No great shakes. I could divert the sort of north side of Fresno and head up to Modesto this way, but I don't really think I'm going to quite do that. I think I've driven along most. Oh, there's a stretch here I haven't driven along. Okay, that's fair enough. It's a bit excessive taking the 198 west and going the long way around. I don't need to be doing that today. Okay, it is tempting just to explore this new section, but I don't know how rural that will be. I guess we'll see how I feel when I get up there. The section of 99 will be fair enough. Yeah, I'm actually going to explore a fair amount of the road that I haven't been on yet. Okay. Alright, well. Yeah, like I say, I enjoy the lighting. Forget it, but was it 1.48, 1.49 that brought in some of the improvements to the lighting? And I really appreciate how the game looks at certain times of the day and night. Now this whole pale grey landscape with a bit of colour that comes through on the horizon is beautiful. As far as the truck underneath me, no complaints here with the performance of the X12. It's a very performant engine, given what it is. And this gearing is especially tall, but right now I know I'm going to be in the 11th gear. I'll just verify that. Yep, in 11th gear. I've been feathering the throttle. It gets good mileage. It's flexible. Now, Cummins programmed it, well, that's very unsmooth of me. Cummins programmed it to downshift when you use the engine brake, and that makes it a little noisy, but makes the most out of what is a fairly small engine, producing some decent braking effort too. So I get my speed up to 55. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're going to drop it down to 30 anyway. Yeah, and again, the whole lighting level and the fact that there's a little bit of sunshine sort of poking up in the clouds. I'm going to use my cruise control here. This is a very, very pleasant experience. That might not come through on YouTube, but there's a little bit of lag, a little bit of stutter there, but I've done a lot of changes to my game settings and my machine settings and my driver settings, and I think I've got it at a pretty solid presented 60 frames per second. Now what I mean by presented 60 frames a second is the game engine is locked at 30 frames a second, and I'm using lossless scaling to double that frame rate. It's kind of cheating, and if I look left and right quickly, you may see some artifacting on the screen, and so it's not an optimal experience. 30 frames a second is okay, but the game feels a little less responsive with how I've got things set up. Not the end of the world, but yeah, I notice it. Alright, I've just popped it into top gear, and I think we're going to have to stop here. Oh, I've got a green light, but I think my speed drops to 35. Oh, let's go ahead and pull out. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, well, got a stop sign ahead, though, so there's no point in accelerating hard. Yeah, so that whole downshift 2 or 3 gears does make a difference. What's going on here? There's a fire. Is that a car on fire? Oh, okay. I have not seen that before, but there we go. Right, well, I suppose I better get my ducks in a row and get back up to speed, because there's going to be stuff behind me. Huh? Yeah, I hadn't seen that before. Yeah, we're turning up right up here. Time, I think, to take a sip of water. I can feel myself getting a little dry. Okay.
Go straight.
Another stop sign. Well, I spent a bit of time in close to this part of the world, and this is what it's like. There's a lot of citrus fruit grown in this area. And you drive along for miles and miles and miles with lemon trees pretty much either side of you. And there's certain kind of insects that like to be around lemon trees. So you do it at the wrong time of day or night, and you get a lot of bug splat on your windscreen or windshield. Bug splat's not simulated in this game, but there's an idea for you. Right. Alright. Back we are again, and that looks like another stop sign or a traffic light up here. Yay, or traffic lights, stop lights, whatever they're called. It says a signal ahead, so give me a sign, give me a signal. Oh, I'm actually going to use the left lane because these lights are about to go to green. There we go. It looks like we might be turning left up here, although maybe it's one of these turn right and swing back on yourself. Maybe. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, well, fair enough.
Keep right. Then exit right. Exit right.
Right, so this is the kind of junction or intersection where you leave the main road. You have a section of it looks a little bit like a frontage road in Texas, which is where I live, and so I'm kind of used to that. But its main purpose seems to be a deceleration lane. And then, of course, here they give you lots of warning that, hey, this is a tight corner, and they're not wrong. We'll be taking this at 20 at the most. This will start at 20. Yeah, we're picking up speed, but it's okay. Alright, back on the power. See how the gearbox is very happy to short shift. Not a short person joke. It's happy to change up at 1350, give or take revs, to 1400, depending on how quickly you're going and what gear you're going into. Okay. Gonna use cruise control to get me up to 55. And then we'll shift him up at 55, like so, and it'll drop itself into top gear. There we go. So just over 1,000 revs it looks like, and in this engine spec to be able to operate from that engine speed. So it's got enough oil pressure fine. The Cummins are happy for you to run it like this. I'm happy for it. Your fuel consumption is wonderfully low. At just over 1,000 revs, yeah, it's sipping fuel, even in the rest of the truck, is not as aerodynamic as, say, a Cascadia. Now, here's a hill. We'll see if it changes down. It might do. Let's see. It puts on a bit of power. Yeah, I don't think it needs to. So it has enough torque to climb this hill in this gear or with this cargo, which is not bad going, all said and done. And I think if I was driving this around California, I would be tempted to spec a slightly shorter final drive, just to maybe give me 1,050 or 1,100 revs at 55. But on the other hand, it does okay. This depends on the cargo that you're carrying. As I understand, a lot of Freightliner FLBs were used in bulk hauling. Very light truck. I don't know if that's true of the Kenworth, but if you were bulk hauling in a cab over and it's a light design, then yeah, you want to save as much weight as you can, and you want to minimize your fuel consumption. So yeah, this might be a reasonable choice for a ratio for a Freightliner bulk hauling. But yeah, it hardly seems like the engine is doing anything other than basically idling. It's a fast idle. Head off the side of the road. We now got a little uphill stretch. Let's see if it's going to do it. It might want to change down. It looks a little steeper. Yep, there we go. So it changes down, 1,300 revs. Hardly working the thing hard, and I'll go ahead and upshift it, or shift up, I suppose. Upshift is probably not really a word. Yeah, the other trick that you can do with cruise control is you can just tap it up 1 or 2 miles an hour up, and then not too much, because if you saw there was a cop there, you can tap it up as just to help you climb the hill the other side. It's another one of these loopbacks. I guess this is yeah, maybe it's a thing that California's got a lot of. I remember seeing a good number of them around, but it's hard to judge how many I saw. Quick bit of engine brake. There we go. Oh, a bit more actually. It does seem so vicious, just snapping the revs up to sort of 1,700 RPM just to help you slow down, but that's what it's designed to do. Oh, we have a stop sign here. That's unusual. Well, this SUV on my left got there first, so let's stop and let you in. Yep, it's alright. I'm going to let you go, sir. Or ma'am. Okay, there we go. A baby puke colour car there. And I'm guessing there's another stop sign here before we turn right at the top. Yeah, it's a light. Okay.
Get ready to turn right.
These lights, yeah, there you go. I was about to say these lights may be about to change, and look at that. Another lucky light change as well. I'm having all the luck today. Okay, come on. Alright, there we go. See if I can get a good view of the city here. Yeah, it has it looks like California, and I know you might be like, well, of course it does. But here's the thing, I didn't necessarily think it didn't look like California before. But it didn't, or not as much as it does now. So of course, when SCS go back and revisit part of the map, they're kind of making life a little harder on themselves, because there's a big contrast between new map and old map. The new DLCs and the original maps, the difference is stark. It's getting better, because cities like Modesto in San Francisco especially, yeah, they look fantastic. Goes some way to explaining why back in September last year, which goodness me is nine months ago now, why SCS had announced they were revising upwards the minimum spec to run the game. And the recommended spec is, I think, a 6th or 7th gen 10i7 and a GTX 1660. That's well, a 6th gen right now is 7 or 8 years old, and a 1660 is the same. It's not, in theory, not the most demanding of games. Okay, my controller is gone faulty with the right stick. It will sometimes stick left, and I don't want it to. That's what we just saw there. Suddenly it looked like I was craning or rubbernecking to the left there. That was most definitely not me. That was the controller. We're almost at my destination, and nothing from the left. So let's get back on the power. Go ahead and cancel that indicator. Another stop sign, because hey, stop sign.
Get ready to turn left.
Looks like cross traffic doesn't stop. So, ice cream man.
Turn left.
God, here. Or more lemon trees. I guess more orchards. Be a little gentle, David. It's a little rough there. Right, I think we're good. We're good to go. Okay, and we're almost at our destination. So yeah, we explored a little part of California here today. If you are or have spent time in the Central Valley, and you're like me in the sense that you're like, you know, this does look pretty authentic, drop me a comment below, because maybe my memory is not as good as it was, but this is pretty much how I remember, and I do have photographs of it too. I'm gonna take the far one. Okay. That's like nothing like making life harder for me. Or maybe you didn't mean that, I was just how I misinterpreted things. Still, nice thing about cab over, the very tight turning circle. Okay, and get through security, and we're pretty much there. I'm tempted to keep going dead ahead, see what's down there, but no, I've got a delivery to make. Okay, well, I think that just about wraps up today's video. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and switch to this view here, I think. Go. And if you have, go ahead and leave me a like and subscribe for more. If you didn't like it, you can also leave me a comment and a dislike. It's good to know where I'm messing up. As well as... Yeah, I should probably close the video there. Apparently, I had to dodge several times, but still hit that telegraph pole. Hey, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.